I sued my sister-in-law for sabotaging my pregnancy. Was I wrong? It all started with a text message. You're pregnant? Congratulations. The message was from my sister-in-law, Rachel. On the surface, it seemed sweet, genuine even. But something about the way she worded it, the excessive use of exclamation marks, the overly cheerful tone made my stomach twist. Rachel had never been the type to celebrate anyone else's happiness, especially not mine. My husband, Mark, was thrilled when I showed him the message. See? I told you she'd come around, he said, kissing my forehead. She's family, after all. But I wasn't convinced. Rachel had always been difficult. From the moment Mark introduced us, she made it clear that she didn't like me. At first, I thought it was just the usual sibling rivalry. Mark was her younger brother, after all, and she'd always been protective of him. But over time, her behavior escalated. She'd make snide remarks about my career, my appearance, even my cooking. Once she accidentally spilled red wine on my wedding dress during the rehearsal dinner. Still, I tried to keep the peace. For Mark's sake. The first red flag. A week after announcing my pregnancy, Rachel showed up at our house unannounced. She was carrying a gift bag, which was unusual for her. Rachel wasn't the gift-giving type. I brought you something, she said, handing me the bag with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Inside was a bottle of prenatal vitamins. Oh, you didn't have to do that, I said, trying to sound grateful. It's nothing, she replied, waving her hand dismissively. I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And the baby, of course. At the time, I thought it was a kind gesture, but looking back, I should have known better. Rachel didn't do kind gestures. The incident. A few days later, I started feeling off. Nausea, dizziness, fatigue, symptoms that were normal during pregnancy, but these felt different, more intense. I chalked it up to stress and tried to push through it. Then one night, I woke up in a cold sweat, clutching my stomach. The pain was unbearable. Mark rushed me to the hospital, where the doctors ran a series of tests. Have you been taking any medications? One of the doctors asked. Just my prenatal vitamins, I replied, handing her the bottle Rachel had given me. The doctor's expression changed. These aren't prenatal vitamins, she said slowly. There's something else entirely. My heart stopped. What do you mean? These pills contain ingredients that could be harmful to a developing fetus, she explained. If you've been taking them regularly, it could explain your symptoms. I felt like the ground had been ripped out from under me. Rachel, she'd given me those vitamins. She'd known exactly what she was doing. The confrontation. When I confronted Rachel, she denied everything. I don't know what you're talking about, she said, her voice dripping with fake innocence. I was just trying to help, but I wasn't buying it. I'd seen the way she looked at me. When she handed me that bottle, the way her lips curled into a smirk. When she thought I wasn't looking. She'd wanted this to happen. She'd wanted me to lose the baby. Mark was torn. He didn't want to believe his sister was capable of something so evil, but the evidence was right in front of him. We have to do something, I said, tears streaming down my face. We can't let her get away with this. The legal battle. That's when we decided to take legal action. It wasn't an easy decision. Suing a family member never is, but we didn't have a choice. Rachel had crossed a line, and we couldn't let her get away with it. The case dragged on for months. Rachel's lawyers argued that there was no proof she'd tampered with the vitamins, but we had the hospital records and the testimony of the doctor who'd examined me. In the end, the judge ruled in our favor. Rachel was ordered to pay damages and attend mandatory counseling, but the victory felt hollow. The damage had already been done. The aftermath. Even now, years later, I still think about what happened. Was I wrong to sue Rachel? Should I have tried to handle things differently? I don't know. All I know is that I couldn't let her get away with what she did. But sometimes, late at night, I wonder if I made the right choice.